105.3 to be this Hoodrich Radio. It's DJ Screen. We got a special guest with us today. She is an athlete. She is an entrepreneur. She is an influencer like no other. Welcome, Santia Deck, to Hoodrich Radio. What's up? How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good?
Yeah.
Now let's start with your beginning. So you pretty much been an athlete like your entire life. Like you started as a track, you like doing track and everything, and it kind of just progressed from there.
Yeah, actually my first sport was at 4 and I was playing tennis. And then from there I went into track and did that all the way up until I was like 24 pretty much. And then I got into football.
And why football? How football? Because that's not something that every day that a woman gets into playing. Actually, you actually play contact tackle football, right?
Yeah, so well I was playing flag and then I got into rugby, which kind of got me into tackle football.
I'm gonna time you out real quick. I'm sorry, time out. What the hell made you get into rugby? I've never watched a rugby game in my life. Like rugby?
It's actually like a really dope sport. Like I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it as much as I do, but I like rugby as much as I like football. And it's because of like the culture, maybe, I don't know. But like you can really like knock somebody's head off and then y'all go and get a beer like right after the game.
Wow.
Like football is not like that. Like if you do that, we gonna be enemies forever until we all done playing football. So I just think it's a lot friendlier, to be honest.
Rugby got some hard. They got some hard uniforms though. I think I got a couple of like rugby jerseys. They jerseys hard.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it's big overseas. Like it's growing here, but it's huge overseas.
So what's some of the big, as an African American female athlete, what's some of the biggest challenges you face on a day-to-day basis?
One of the biggest issues I would say, and it's not even just being like African American. I just think as a woman who plays any sport, it's always, of course, getting the type of support that you want, being looked at as an athlete and not just like somebody that looks good or whatever, like taking the sexual appeal out of it is always very hard. And I mean, just the equality, but I do think with our league, because we are signing, multi-million dollar deals to play this sport. I do feel like this league kind of leveled the playing field. We're not making like 20 mil yet, like the men. Right. But we are making enough to where we can comfortably take care of ourselves, our families, get the type of training we need to the highest level and all that stuff. So I feel like the league kind of leveled things out for us because it's pretty much like the women's NFL in a way. We're not backed by the NFL. Let me put that out there. But this is as close as it's going to get, to be honest.
Right. How much time would you say per day you spend training?
It's definitely changed because of quarantine, but I only train an hour a day, but sometimes I do 2 a days. And normally I train 6 days a week, but right now I'm only doing like 3 to 4 maybe because our season got canceled and it's not till possibly May 2021. I don't think anybody really knows.
Right.
Sorry, this is my little brother. Go ahead.
What up, little brother?
What's good, brother?
I don't think anybody knows, what's going to happen next year, to be honest. We're hoping that the world is going to be semi-normal, but nobody knows. So, yeah.
What do you say to people out there, and I might be included on certain days. I think I'm doing a lot better. But some people I don't like the workout. You know what I'm saying? I like the results, but I really like, it's almost I have to listen to music because it's almost a depressive moment. It's like, I have to run on this treadmill. I have to do these push-ups. Like, why? Why can't it just happen automatically? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you say to people out there who are not motivated to work out? And I guess talk to them a little bit about the benefits of just being fit.
I mean, if you're not motivated to work out, I would definitely recommend, finding kind of like your why. Hold on. Sorry. I'm sitting right in front of the door, so he's
all good.
It out. Okay. He's going to come out one more time, I think. But anyways, I would say definitely find your why, because if you have a family that you want to make sure that you're here for, you have children that you want to be able to go outside and play basketball or football with or whatever, or you just want a long life. You just got to find that why to kind of motivate you every day to get up and do it. And every day, like, I don't feel like working out every single day. And this is my job. So it's like, I can only imagine if like you're not getting paid to do it. But I always, and then you feel better. I mean, when you're not in shape, you feel sluggish, you feel tired, your body naturally just isn't aligned with, where you should be. So I would just again find your why. And I'm sorry, what was the second question?
No, I think that helps. Like, why should you work out? And I think that's very important. Like, you want to be here for your family. You know that if you don't work out, you're probably at higher risk for like diabetes, blood pressure, and if this
COVID-19.
pandemic, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And if this COVID pandemic has taught us anything, like it really kind of attacks people with those pre-existing conditions. So,
Yes.
work out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
now, I have a humble spirit. Everybody says, you know what I'm saying? We love your humble spirit, but we got to be completely honest, Santia. Like, you're getting a lot of money. I see it. We see it. You know what I'm saying? You got your own shoe. You know what I'm saying? We know about your contract. You was just in Sports Illustrated. We salute that. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Sports Illustrated. Just talk to us about some of your accomplishments and how they make you feel and how they feel you to keep going.
So I guess the first thing that kind of went out into the public that kind of, I guess, spread like wildfire pretty much is the fact that I made history by becoming like the highest paid female football player ever. Yeah. So that was, I mean, even to this day, it's still like a very awe moment for me because, I mean, it was just, I was going through a lot prior to that because I was on a road to the Olympics all of 2019. I was flying from New Zealand to Australia to the UK. Like, I was just doing all this traveling to prepare to hopefully get a chance to try out for the USA team.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I didn't make the team. I got injured, and there was other things going on that I ain't gonna talk about. Right. But pretty much that brought me into a depression shortly after that. Like, hearing the news that I didn't make it, I don't think people understand. As an athlete, especially like an Olympic hopeful athlete, if you're preparing your whole entire life or just that 1 year prior to the Olympics, and then all of a sudden it ends without anything that it's not your fault. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. I just got injured.
Right.
And that kind of, it was like, it was depressing.
Yeah, it was like, why me?
Yeah, it was why me. It was trauma, you know, and it took me a while to get over that. So through that depression, I mean, I was eating, I was crying every day. And I remember my mom told me, like, you got to let it go. You know, you got to give it to God, allow him to do what he does. And if it's meant to be, it will be. And so I remember I just gave it to God one night. I cried my soul out. And then a few months later, I get this call about the WFLA. And I got an offer I couldn't refuse. And now I'm here. So, like, you know, it's amazing that God is always doing things that we don't expect, but it's in our favor. And I thought that holding on to this Olympic dream was kind of the end all when I ended up making history, which is almost better. Yeah. So, you know, it happened the way it was supposed to. And then recently, as you guys, you know, like, I also made history a second time by becoming the first female athlete to ever own her own shoe company. Mm-hmm. So
now, is this a shoe that, when you say, is it in a collaboration with a company, or did you, like, from scratch create it, design it, manufacture it? Like, give us a little details on the actual shoe.
Yeah, so this is my, like, actual shoe company. Like, there's a Nike and Adidas. My shoe company is Tronos.
Okay, gotcha.
So I own the entire company, but this is a shoe that I designed. I sat down with my designer. We talked about how we want the shoes to look. He sketched it up, and we just kind of went from there. But yeah, this has been a 2-year process. This didn't happen overnight. I think people need to know that. Mm-hmm. But this is definitely, like, part of my empire that I'm building, that I want to pass down to my kids, and, you know, generational wealth and everything like that. So this means a lot more to me than anything, because this is like the start of, you know, again, generational wealth for my future children and their future kids, and on and on. So, you know, it's a lot that I'm doing that I want to continue to do. So this is just the beginning.
Now you speak about your empire and the forthcoming kids and everything. Are you married, single, married?
Oh, single.
Completely single. I think I saw that on your Instagram. You was flexing on your exes and everything. How difficult is it? You know what I'm saying? Because I've known female athletes. Like, how difficult is it to date and be in relationships? Because I think a lot of men get intimidated. You know, obviously, you're not just a dope athlete. You're an entrepreneur. You're independent, right? You don't necessarily need anyone, but from your goals, from what I hear, you probably would like a partner to share all the success with. But how difficult is it for you? Just be transparent with us.
I mean, it's hard. Like, it was hard before all this stuff, just because, like, being an athlete, being somebody that has her own, like you said, like, I do intimidate men. And I think men naturally be like, oh, like, she's not gonna want to talk to me because of this or because of that, or because of her status and things like that. And then for some reason, I attract a lot of like super insecure, crazy men. So that kind of, that doesn't help my case either. So I don't know, like, I'm just waiting on God's timing, because clearly I be choosing the wrong type of people. So all I can do is just wait on it, I guess.
So let's, because I love when my sisters get into relationships and fall in love and everything. Let's just throw a little bit out there. Let's just throw a few pet peeves that you want, the energy you want to stay away from you, and let's throw a little bit of pros out there, like kind of like people that attract Santia. Let's just throw it out there. Let's put it in the universe.
Okay. Well, pet peeves. I do not like lazy men, because I'm very ambitious.
Can't be lazy. Can't be a couch potato.
Yeah. I'll just tell you what my ideal person would be. This isn't like, has to be like exact. I'm not that picky, but if I could build a man, this is what he would be like. Right. He would be tall. Okay. He will be athletic / fit. He don't got to be a professional athlete. Everybody always think that's all.
Don't make it unfair and say that he has to keep up with you. That's not fair.
Nah,
that's not fair.
He has to be in shape. Like,
he has to be able to jog a mile.
Well, I can't even barely jog a mile. So he can just be fit. Yeah, I have no endurance at all. So okay. I'm a sprinter. Okay. But yeah, tall, fit, like a child of God, like really a child of God, not somebody that's like, oh, I go to church, but you out here going to strip clubs every day. That don't really resonate with me. Gotcha. Somebody that is family oriented, like I'm very big on family. Somebody that is intelligent, somebody that's kind, somebody that's actually ready to be like a future husband and future father. And yeah, like I don't really ask for too much. Like, and it's just hard to find somebody that's loyal. You know, that's hard out here in these streets. So
how do you deal? I'm just ask you some realness. How you deal with all the rappers and football players and people that are not like that in your DMs? Because I'm sure that.
I ignore a lot of people because and it's unfortunate, but the energy that they portray is what I feel like that's what it is. And I can feel it through conversation. Like I recently went on a date with, I'm not going to say who, but a figure. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, your energy is so toxic already. Like I can only imagine if I was your girl. Oh, wow. So it was like, you know, I don't know, like it's very hard to meet people whose energy like is positive. Like it actually makes you feel like, okay, this is a decent person. Like, I don't know, it's very strange. This like new world that I'm in is like people are like a lot more toxic and their energy is very toxic. So I don't know, like, yeah, like, but I ignore a lot of people. I don't answer a lot of DMs because there's a lot of crazy people in the DMs too. So I don't know, I'm very picky. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very picky.
Okay. No, you should be. You don't want to settle. You know what I'm saying? You definitely don't want to settle because a lot of people that settle end up, you know, in years to come being unhappy. So of course, just definitely don't settle. Now, in your day to day, talk to us a little bit about your lifestyle and what you do when you're not hustling and working out. Some of the things you enjoy doing, and I also want to know, past that, what's on your playlist? What do you listen to?
So day to day, when I'm not working, which I don't know when that is, like normally I'm traveling. I love to travel. Like that's what sucks right now for me the most is being stuck in Atlanta and not being able to go anywhere. Cause usually like I'm going every weekend. And then, I mean, I'm like a big kid. Like I like arcade games. I like video games. Like I just got into Madden, so I'm learning how to play Madden. So I'm excited about that.
If you want Madden smoke now, you know, Scream. I give out.
Look, I'm not good yet.
Oh, you're not good yet? Okay, we're gonna wait for you to get good. You know, I hand out that Madden smoke now.
No, people been killing me on Madden right now. But I like to I love anything outside. I like outdoors. I just like having fun. Like I like going on adventures. Of course, I mean, I like going out sometimes and having fun with my friends. And yeah, I just like living life, like enjoying life. And as far as like what's on my playlist, so I have a really diverse playlist. Like I'm from Texas, I'm from Houston. So like I listen to, of course, like I have a lot of country. I have a lot of old school, you know, like DJ Screw and all that type of stuff. Like a lot of, you know, just Houston-based music. Texas-based, I guess. And then I have like probably more so than anything, I have R&B. Like I'm a big R&B person, but like old school R&B. And then I have, of course, like just regular rap, like, you know, Lil Baby. I think Lil Baby's everybody's favorite rapper right now.
Lil Baby's number one.
So I got a lot of Lil Baby on there. I'm still a Drake fan. I got a lot of Drake. I'm a really big LMA fan and her. So it's just like very mixed. Like I got some gospel on there as well, Smokey Norfolk, you know. So it just depends, like my mood, I guess.
Okay, absolutely. Finally, so you talked about some of the obstacles and some of the hardships you had to go through to get to the space that you're in right now. If there's somebody out there that's really going through it, give them some motivation, give them some game right now here on Hoodrich Radio.
At the end of the day, when you're on any type of journey where it requires, you know, hard work and dedication, you have to understand that there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be trials and tribulations. And if you want that dream enough, you're going to do what it takes. You're going to pick yourself up when you have to pick yourself up. And if you want something, you got to go get it. There's really no excuses. There's no exceptions. If you want it, you can have it. The sky is not the limit. You can go above and beyond that. We've seen that. So I feel like that's something that people got to stop saying is the sky's the limit, because it's not. So like you are your only limit. Yeah. If you stop working, then that's it. So as long as you're working and hustling and going hard, you can have it whatever you want in this life. And I hope that all the things that I'm doing is motivating somebody else out there to see that, and see somebody that might look like them, because there's not a lot of us that are doing, you know, that can say that. So hopefully, like, that's my goal through all this. It's not about me. It's cool, it's great. You know, I'm happy that I'm doing all these things, but my main goal in this life is to push others into their, you know, their potential, and and show others that anything is literally attainable. It's up to you. And of course, your faith in God and, you know, whoever you believe in. But yeah, I just want to show people that impossible is possible.
No doubt. And finally, I'm gonna also ask you, who's the person like that you admire, your idol? Like if you met them, you would literally pass out, like fall on the ground. Who's that person for you?
Do they gotta be alive?
No, not at all. It's gonna make it even crazier if they're not alive, because you definitely gonna pass out if they come back from the dead.
I know, right? Damn, that's tough. I like, as far as sports and just like who I feel like I've always tried to model myself around, like FloJo. She was like the beautiful track runner, had the nails, hair done. Like I took her style when I was in high school, because I ran my hair down and had my nails done, and I was, you know, I was pretty decent or whatever. So her and somebody that I admire in business, I would definitely say Jay-Z. I feel like he's definitely a mogul. Les Brown, P. Diddy, there's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of people, like pretty much moguls, people that have created more than one business and have been super successful. Is who I admire. But yeah, definitely those type of people. Michael Jordan, definitely with the shoes. Michael Jordan, you know, I definitely want to be as big as him one day. So you know, it's a lot. But yeah, I would have to say probably Jay-Z and P. Diddy are probably like the type of people that I kind of look at the most.
Okay, no doubt. Santia, we appreciate your time. You're welcome on Hoodrich Radio anytime, you know what I'm saying? Of course, everybody tap in with you on your Instagram. What's that Instagram? You like 600 plus strong. It's Track Baby?
Yeah, Track Baby 001.
Track Baby 001. Much continued success and blessings to you. And salute from DJ Scream.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Easy.